So David Haye now, after a fourth round, which we felt maybe he lost simply because Valuev was doing the pressing, is now into round number 5, heading towards the halfway stage of the contest, and Haye is up on his toes now, still on that perimeter of the canvas, making Valuev come forward, trying to draw him into making mistakes and using those fast, sharp hands to counter. He's landed a couple of strong left hooks and one particular big right hand as well over the course of the first 12 minutes of this fight, which is turning once again into a fascinating game of cat and mouse as Haye goes to the body. His first punch of the round is one of those jabs to the midriff of Nikolai Valuev. That has been a huge part of the game plan of David Haye so far over the course of these first 4 completed rounds. He switches briefly in centre ring to the southpaw stance. Now this is a big gamble because Valuev throws a strong right hand, but now he's back to the orthodox stances. Haye, 2 jabs from Valuev. Haye makes him miss, but doesn't respond with anything significant in the way of a counter. Motions to go to the body, does Haye. As he does that, he's caught with a jab on the head by Valuev. The follow-up from Valuev is missed by Haye, neatly eluded as he heads towards the ropes again, far side of the ring, all the time rolling those gloves, trying to keep Valuev guessing, but Valuev has been doing more of the punching in this round. Not much scoring, but he's been doing the pressing. He's the aggressor, although not so much in the way of effective aggression. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go then in round 5 for David Haye to find another one of those counters. A left hook and a right hand. A second right hand gets through. Again, Valuev shakes his head and shakes his right glove as well, and then just comes straight back into the fray, bounces on his toes, just drops his knees slightly as if to motion to throw a big right hand, but he doesn't because Haye is off on his bike again and moving away out of danger. Into the final minute of round 5. Haye opens up, and so the crowd get into full song as well, but Valuev comes through again with a clubbing right hand, but Haye had gone. He departed the scene long before it was anywhere near its intended target. Haye is up on his toes again. Another one of those difficult rounds to score, and Haye knows that if it goes to the judges, it's going to be difficult for him to get the nod over here. Jab again to the body from Valuev, and that lands as Haye once again stays just beyond long distance. Occasionally he moves in towards mid-range and throws those wild shots, and now Valuev opens up for the first time, just lands a jab after a combination that Haye took. A jab high on the head just made Haye stagger away, but he was more off balance than hurt. Left hand, exchange of left hands as Haye just stands square on, neither orthodox or southpaw at this stage. Switches to southpaw, jab to the body, makes Valuev miss with one of Valuev's left jabs, and comes forward with a right hand that missed and a left hook that got through from David Haye at the end of the 5th round. The crowd here are getting into full song, and Steve Bunce just signs that Haye was beginning to open up again towards the end of that 5th round.
You know what the thing here, Mike? He's desperate to open up. He's got his hands down. He's looking at this guy with a bit of contempt. He's desperate to start swinging, but he's had not just... See, we're forgetting, it's not just been 6 weeks. He's been training to fight a Klitschko since last December, and he's had caution, stuck at him non-stop. Rich, if he can keep it up like this, I'm surprised he's got this far.
Yeah.
Can he? And I'm asking you, can he keep it up like
well,
this?
Well, he's got to keep it up, and yes, he can keep it up. Now, I didn't think it would go to points because we know that David Haye is not a 12-round man just yet. But Steve, the work rate is very, very low from both boxers, and that's suiting Haye. And believe you me,
and suiting Valuev.
Yeah, oh, definitely. But he's got the eye of the tiger tonight, David Haye. He's fighting with fear in his veins, and he's winning this contest.
So the sound of the bell for round number 6. World Heavyweight Championship Boxing live on 5 Live from the Nuremberg Arena. A promising start so far by David Haye, but a long, long way to go still. As Valuev once again gets onto that front foot. He's very flat-footed, doesn't move very swiftly in terms of the whole body, even though he's got relatively fast hands. And Haye hasn't thrown a punch so far in this 6th round. The first punch of the round thrown towards the body by Valuev, and it's way out of distance as David Haye parries a couple of jabs from Valuev on his right glove. Over on the far side of the ring as we look on now, Haye moves away towards his left as Valuev throws 2 jabs, and Haye was moving well out of range, potentially into the path of a right hand, but Valuev doesn't think quickly enough or punch quickly enough to land that shot. Haye moves away with his hands held high as he does so, in case there's any sneaky shot gets through. 2 jabs from Valuev do get through. One just flicked the chin of Haye, the other one landed more solidly to his midriff. First scoring punches of the 6th round, and they were thrown by the champion Nikolai Valuev, who just wipes away some sweat from his nose and gets forward again after Haye, who's in a neutral corner to our left as we look on. Jab from Valuev, and Haye neatly evades it by dropping his left shoulder. Left hook, right hand combination from Haye, and once again it's the shaken head response from Valuev. Right hand to the body, more of a jab to the head from Haye now, gets through. Two punch combinations in succession from Haye get through. As Valuev starts to work away in a corner, and Haye swivels around once again with that beautiful footwork and leaves Valuev stranded and looking for openings that were just non-existent. Now they're closer towards centre ring. Still that high-held right hand from Haye. Valuev, perhaps closest he's been in the contest so far to landing with a right hand, very nearly onto the chin of David Haye. A minute to go in round 6. Better work. Another 2-punch combination from Haye, who's standing closer in range. Slips inside the jab and throws that left hook once again. So quick to see and to read the left-hand jab of Nikolai Valuev is David Haye, and once he's slipped inside it by moving to his own left, he then opens up the gap to throw the left hook over the top of the right hand of Nikolai Valuev. It's been very effective in another low-scoring round. Right hand from Valuev, and it misses by a long, long way as he telegraphs it and shows Haye that it's coming, and Haye just takes up the invitation to bob and weave and move away out of danger. Another 2 jabs from Valuev. One of them maybe just brushed the top of the head of David Haye, the other one missed. Jab followed by a right hand from Haye gets through, and the momentum where he was off balance in missing takes him through to the southpaw stance, and he flicks out a jab from there, but that one missed as well. Closing seconds of round 6, coming towards the halfway stage. Valuev tries again with a right hand, a bit of desperation in there as he comes back onto the left flank, throws a jab. Haye looking now to open up, throws a jab towards the end of the round, and just a sign right on the bell that Haye was beginning for the first time of the evening to fancy the tear up. Richie Woodall, we're halfway. Where are we in the contest?
Yeah, well, another good round for David Haye there. Valuev threw lots of punches in that round, Mike, but he didn't hit the target with hardly anything. And at the end of the round there, we've seen signs that David does fancy this. I think David is surprised over how slow Valuev is, because he's so confident. He's dropping his hands, he's switching to southpaw. He's got so much confidence, Steve, it's incredible.
Yeah, you saw there, he was digging his toes in. The canvas was mushing up. Listen, he fancies it. He knows, though, he can't go too early. He can't go for broke. He can't go for the knockout. I thought he would by about now. But, you know, you guys, I tell you, you've obviously seen a calmer David Haye this week than the one I know.
So where are we? We're at the halfway stage of the contest. How are we scoring it? I've got it 4 rounds to 2, David Haye.
I've got it 5-1, David Haye. You can't. I'm not giving that. He's only won one round by any margin.
I've got it by 3 rounds to Haye.